Hi everybody, good night on this eve before our national and regional elections 2025. 1st of September, we were all waiting for this, we were all campaigning for it. There was a high expectation across the country. People are going to get to exercise their democratic, constitutional and inherent right to pick a government of their choice. And I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. So I'm going to do this really quickly. A couple of years ago, for my birthday, Marty D'Souza painted this. He might have painted it not for my birthday, but he gave it to me for my birthday. And it's really a house or a school on a mountaintop, as you can see. And there's a river in the background, and it's beautiful. And it stays where I can see it every single day in my kitchen. And as you can see, Marty is extremely talented. Marty is our first Deputy Chief Education Officer for Hinterland and Education Development. It's a post we created post 2020 so that we could pay particular attention to hinterland education development. And so I'm really happy to say, and this was inspired, by the way, by me constantly saying to the staff and the team that children, wherever they live, whether it's on a mountaintop or a riverbank or a valley or a stream or on the coast, wherever children live, they must be able to access a high quality education. They must be able to access education, it must be high quality, and they must get all the services that children on the coastline would ordinarily get. And I'm really, really happy to say that in the last 5 years, we didn't have 5 years because we were in lockdown for about 2 of those years along with the rest of the world, we have been able to bring in much better access all across Guyana. See, I have my props these days. We've built 6 to 7 nursery schools, many of them in the hinterland. We've built 4 to 5 primary schools. We've built or are building 44 secondary schools, 22 of which will be in hinterland communities and 20 on the coast. And we've extended significantly some schools: Queen's College, Bishop, St. Rose's, Joseph's, President's College, Tuckville, Camberville, St. Winifred's, Anna Regina, Westdam, J.C. Chandy, Singh, just name it. All dorms are being rehabilitated at the cost of millions of dollars. So access to education has changed significantly over the last 3.5 years. We now are very close to universal nursery education, very close to universal secondary education. What that really means is that universally, all across Guyana, children of that age cohort will be able to access nursery, primary, secondary school. Then, when you're finished, you could go to the University of Guyana for free because we've made university education free. We have 49, close to 50,000 young people, mostly young people, studying in 20 foreign universities for their degrees and masters and PhDs and diplomas on the Guyana Online Academy of Learning. We've trained more than 9,000 teachers in this period. You know, ordinarily in a 3-year period, we probably would have trained in the pre-COVID Guyana, maybe 1,800. We've trained 9,000 or are training 9,000. Every child from nursery to grade 2 is getting a nutritious snack or a meal in the morning. Every child from grades 3 to 6 is getting breakfast every day. All hinterland dorm schools, all of the children, whether resident or non-resident, are receiving lunch. Everybody's getting all the textbooks they need regardless of where they live. We've just changed out how education has been done. And we're seeing the results. And while results are not the only way you measure success, it is definitely one of the ways. And so we have moved our pass rate at NGSA from 49% in 2020 to 64% in 2025. We have done better than our Caribbean counterparts in mathematics in the last year because we had a really bad post-COVID slump across the region like the rest of the world. But Guyana has managed to move 5 percentage points up. And no, the Caribbean has not moved 5 percentage points up in 1 year. And that's because we've given more resources and more monitoring and more qualitative inputs to our schools all across the country, and we've seen schools all across the country rise up and move. We are, so 5 years in, I have to say I'm really pleased with what we've done with education. And so tomorrow, you get a chance to pick a future for your country, pick a future for your children or your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews, for the Guyana you'd like to see. And so tomorrow you get to vote for yourself, give your fan a second term so that he could continue the cash grants, an important part of getting your children prepared and ready for school. And he's told you each child will get $200,000 at least. You get to vote for Irfan to make sure we could look at each child and how each child is learning using technology and AI so that we could channel the goodness and correct the weaknesses. You get to vote for expanded university campuses so that no longer will we be told, our children be told, oh, we can't get into medicine or we can't get into engineering because there's no space, although you might have all the grades and you're eligible. No longer are we going to be held back. And so this is not the right cup. Yours won't say hello gorgeous on it, although we'd like to say hello gorgeous when we look at you. But tomorrow, look at your ballot paper. Look for the cup, something that looks like this. It's actually an enamel cup. And mark your X in the box next to the cup for the PPPC. And I guarantee you, you're going to get far more than you could ever dream of, because together with you, listening to you, hearing you, working with you, Irfan Ali and his government, along with Bharat Jagdeo and the PPPC as a party, they're going to be putting your priorities, prioritizing your needs and making sure every single thing we promised in the manifesto, in housing, in education, in health, and infrastructure, in agriculture, in foreign affairs, in good governance, in sport, youth and culture, whatever it is we've promised, it is going to be delivered. Because if there's something you know about us, once we promise, we deliver. So tomorrow, look for that cup. Look for the cup on your ballot paper, the top of the ballot paper, the bottom of the ballot paper, and mark your X in the box next to the cup neatly. And then let's go home and wait for the results. In Guyana, tomorrow is going to prevail. You are going to give our president, our current president, a second term so that we could take Guyana forward. So get up early, get out. We will help you, and we have WhatsApp numbers if you need help to get to your polling place. But I ask you to help yourself, because a vote for Irfan, a vote for the PPPC is a vote for you and your family and your farms and your parents and your children and your country. So please take the responsibility and get up, get out and vote early. Do not be distracted. Do not get impatient. There are no more than 400 people at any polling station, so you won't have that long a wait. So go out there and vote so that we could get all our children all across Guyana much more than we have already given, so that we could continue to be your servants in education and health and in all the fields. And I guarantee you, your life is going to be better, and you're going to be very, very happy that you contributed to this process of developing your country. I thank you, and happy election day tomorrow. Let's all go and do our parts.